Hi guys, I want to mention something for those who can relate to this, because I know a lot of people, not really a lot, but I know there's going to be a few people that can relate to this. You ever been in a situation where you're like, God, why is it every time, it doesn't matter where I go, it could be a work environment, it could be school, it can be around just people I just meet in public. It's like where you go, it seems like you're getting like mean looks, or people are just staring at you and they're not saying anything, or people will like be friendly with you one minute and then they won't like you the next minute. You know what I mean? It's like, and then it's like, God, what's going on? Is it me? What's going on? Do I still have the spirit of rejection on me or what? Like, what's going on? And y'all ever ask God, like, God, okay, I'm not where you want me to be yet, but why do I attract so much hate, animosity, tension, and I'm not even where you want me to be at? Why is it people just keep aiming arrows at me, but there's so many other people doing exactly what I'm doing, but arrows are not being aimed at them? Why, when I do something, people see it in a negative light, but there's other people that do the same thing and they're praised for it? Y'all ever ask God these questions? So the Holy Spirit mentioned something to me last night. People are not going to like, they're not going to accept, they're not going to be comfortable around what they don't understand. Lean not on your own understanding. When God says lean not on your own understanding, that also relates to certain people who He has chosen. Certain people who God has chosen, they're not going to be understood right away. They're not meant to be understood right away, because these people are in a whole new dimension. They're in a whole nother dimension. And they're just rare. They're in a whole nother dimension. They're different. And everything they do is going to be different. When people are around them, they're going to know there's something that's just different about them. And because people try to figure them out and they can't figure them out, they automatically assume the person is bad, the person is negative, the person is demonic. They assume the worst about the person because they can't figure out the person. A lot of human beings have pride. A lot of human beings have ego. A lot of human beings like to be right about things. And when they can't figure someone out, the conclusion is, okay, that person must be the problem, or there must be something wrong with that person because I can't figure them out. See, when people can't figure you out, they're going to assume you're the problem. But how can someone who hasn't done anything to you be a problem? How can someone who has not done anything to you, said anything rude to you, be a problem? See, if you go around someone and you feel a way about someone and they've done nothing to you, they've said nothing to you, and you feel some type of triggering just from being around them, you're the problem, not them. You're the problem, not them. Just because you can't understand someone or you can't figure someone out does not mean that something is wrong with them. And here's the thing. God was mentioning that when His children who are different go through this, it's because many of you guys that go through this, you're in a different dimension. You're in a different dimension. Your ways of thinking, the way you view the world, the way you see things are on a whole nother level, because you're in a whole different dimension. God has you in a whole different dimension. You're not going to be relatable to majority of the population, not even those who are called, not even those who are in the church. You're not going to be relatable because you're in a whole nother dimension. You're going to see things that not a lot of people see. You're going to know things that not a lot of people know. And when people cannot understand or they cannot relate to certain things that you go through or certain things that you have access to, they're not going to like you because they cannot relate with you in that way. They may try to mimic you. They may try to mock you. They may try to copy you. But when they realize that they're not relatable, when they realize that they cannot mimic, when they realize that you're in a whole nother dimension and whatever you're doing, they can't do it like you because it is God that has given this to you, they will start to dislike you. And then there'll also be envy. There'll also be envy. You ever been in a situation where there's people that will copy everything that you're doing, your every footstep, but no matter what, nothing is panning out the way you're doing it? And the thing about it is, because God is leading your footsteps. God is going to shift things up. Things are not going to always be the same. When the Holy Spirit is leading your footsteps, and you have that relationship, and you're complying to every single instruction that he is giving you, best believe you're not marching to the beat of your drum. You're marching to the beat of the Holy Spirit's drum. Right? Which means that things are going to shift. God's going to shift things, and he gives you instructions whenever he shifts things. That's why when people do exactly what you do, it doesn't work out the same way you do it. Right? That's why they don't see the same results. You're just different. That's what it is. You're in a whole nother dimension. You're in a whole nother dimension. And that alone will attract envy. It will attract, discomfort, because when people don't understand something, they feel uncomfortable, and because they don't understand you, they will feel uncomfortable around you. And when they realize, okay, I can't figure this person out, they try to find a conclusion, to why they feel that way about you. And oftentimes they don't want to admit that there's something within them that's making them feel uncomfortable, because you don't have to do something to someone for them to dislike you. If this is happening to you, it's not necessarily all the spirit of rejection. It's not. Sometimes it's because people can't figure you out. They don't understand what level you're operating from. You're on a whole nother level. You're in a whole nother dimension. They're not going to understand you. And that's okay. But you have to embrace that. Embrace your uniqueness. Embrace the fact that you're different. That you don't think like the average person. That you don't think like a majority of the groups. You are someone who is like set apart. You have to embrace that and understand that. Okay? You're just different. I love you guys. Bye.